back to a Minecraft redstone video again. So I'm going to be working on a payment system for another video by Mumbo Jumbo. It's basically in a mini store. So without further ado, it's going to go. Here is the fixed payment system. So in the old one, you could take an item right out of this chest. So when you paid, this would come up, and it was measured by how many items would be in this chest. So if I take these papers out, this block would go down and I would have access to my items. This new system obviously does not do that anymore, so I actually have to pay before I have access to my items, even if they're not taken out. So I'm gonna get right into it and show you how to build it. So first of all, I'm gonna go 2 off the ground, just like this. And I just kind of want to have like a little deck out front, like on the other build right there. So I'm going to give some space, just like that. So on the original one, the lectern would be set up, and then the payment, this is the completed one, lectern, lamp, whatnot. But this is the ordering system, which you can check out in Mumbo Jumbo's video. I'm just working on the payment system. So what we're going to have visible on top, I'm going to get out of the way first. So first of all, we're going to have a dropper right here. It's going to be facing downwards. We're going to have a barrel. I prefer this orientation right here. It's going to be 2 away. And then over here, which we'll get to towards the end a bit more, we're actually going to have a nice redstone lamp that's going to indicate stuff, but I'll get that in at the end. So I'm going to put the ordering system here so we have a representation. It is going to be up that high on the actual ordering system, if you can see right there. So here we go. I'm going to start right away. So on the bottom, I'm going to have a chest here and a chest or barrel here and here, and they're both going to have hoppers facing down into them, just like that. And then this one up here is actually going to have another barrel on it, just like this, with a dropper facing into it like so. Another dropper is going to go on top, and then another hopper is going to go into this box, and this is going to take care of dispensing the receipts into here so that players from here, so it's going to get dispensed in, and then players are going to be like, hey, I have, so and so many diamonds to pay. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take an output, a comparator output from this hopper right here via the comparator, and then we're going to take this signal right there and run it into a block with a redstone torch on it. So this is going to stop this, and now I'm going to hook up a quick item filter to this right here, so they have to pay diamonds, they can't pay anything else. Just like this, and then with the 2 redstone lines, or it can go down, whatever you prefer. I think it looks cleaner this way. And then this is going to have a redstone torch here. This is going to stop. So how this works is, once I have 22, yeah, right there. Once I have 22, here, let me fix this. There we go. So once I have 22 diamonds in here already, set up just like this, when it goes up to 23, when I bump it up, it's always going to go back down. And this works because, see this redstone torch here? If you look in the background down here, it turns off, allowing an item to pass through every time I put an item in. That's how it works. So now I'm going to also put a redstone torch on top, just like this, with another block that's going to block this off right here. So in the future, you're going to have a piece of paper in it. Otherwise, there's not going to be a receipt that gets dispensed. And it's going to confuse the system just a little bit. So be sure to put a piece of paper in there. Alright, so the next thing is that we're just going to take comparator output from here, just like this. So be sure to put, actually I guess you really don't have to. You can put an output from here, just like this, and then run it along. I think that has, yeah. So be sure to not put redstone on that block. You're going to have to run it like this, and then run it over here. So if you notice, when I put this here, it's going to go down like this. So put a block here so it keeps nice and straight for me. And then we're going to put a block here. And lastly, a redstone repeater right there. So we're going to add pistons in here and here. And these are going to prevent the player from messing with the systems while they're active. And that's going to how it's going to be set up. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to hook these two up right here. So how this is going to work is, because you need hoppers that run into this chest, you're going to have to take hoppers that go out like this and then go over it. However, even if this redstone here is ignited or lit up, it'll stop. It'll block this one. So what we have to do to fix this is put a repeater just like that. And this fixes everything so that the objects don't get blocked up. Alright, so now with that system all done, I can hook up my button right over here. Oh, I already have it. And I can also put paper, because that's the item I use to keep track of stuff. It's cheap. I can put paper in these dispensers right here. So just for my example, I'm going to put half the stack in there and the other half in here so I don't have to grab more. And so we're going to do a quick test run. Actually, I forgot the diamonds. No, I didn't. I think there's diamonds in there already. Yep. So what we're going to do now is we're going to give her a test run. So I click this, and this is going to come up because it senses that there's items in this barrel right here, but the players don't have access to it. And then they do have access to this barrel where there's paper, and even if they take this, nothing happens. So now what you have to do is you have to put your diamonds in. So right now one paper would be one diamond that you owe, and then so on and so forth. So if I put, 4 orders in to the system, it's going to owe 4 diamonds. So if I only put 2 in, the system will still recognize it. Be sure to put this here. If I only put 2 in, the system will still recognize it, and it'll say I paid 2 and I still owe 2. So I'm going to have to put 2 more in, and then I'll have access to my items just like that. So now I have 4 receipts and no items that I owe. Perfect. So lastly, something that you don't have to do but I would highly recommend is to put a indicator light up top. It's really easy and it takes just a little bit more time, but it won't affect the system. So just like this, and then you're gonna have redstone that goes around from this input, and then off of here I'm gonna put a repeater right there. Give me a second to clear this up. Or clear. And then I'm also going to go time set day. Perfect. So now this is going to be set up for me just like that. And what this means is when the system is active, this is going to turn on telling him that the system is being processed. Alright, and that's the whole system. Really easy. Another thing that you can add, which I also recommend, is another light that just kind of tells you what's going on, is right here. So if you take an output, a comparator output from this hopper here, boom, and then run it into a block like that, you can put a nice redstone lamp right there, and it'll show you exactly what's happening. So here I'm gonna have to replace that, and this whole system is done. So I have my indicator lights and then everything. Now the last thing to do is kind of fill it up. So this would normally be where the lectern would go, where you would place your order, but since it's not here, it doesn't really matter a whole lot. I just wanted to show you the payment system. So that's where the lectern would go, and then you can put blocks up all around this, around it like that. Perfect. So you can spruce it up a little with detail and different designs, no matter what you want to do. A couple things I prefer to do, just so you know. We have stairs, and I like to use the quartz stairs as what's being blocked off, just like that. So one more test run. We're gonna go here, come up, and then we O 1 diamond, and then pop a diamond in. Those are from last order. We don't need those. And it's gonna process and go down. Really awesome. Oh, I didn't hook this piston up. I forgot something. I'm sorry. So how this is gonna work is it's gonna go very simply like this, and then like this. And that's going to be it for this system. It's really easy. Then this will block off that they can't access this, as will if you put in a slab. So they have no access to this area, yet they can still see exactly how much they owe. Alright, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. And if you like the video, leave it a like. If you really loved it, please subscribe. I would very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. See ya.